All right. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless wonder, the man Lincoln Clay, coming back at you with another live stream of Madden 21. This time I am playing Madden on my PS4 Pro as I'm sitting in the bedroom chilling, having a nice cold diet cola. My son is out in the living room. Naturally, he's on the PC, so I can't jump on my PS5. But actually, I was curious though. Um, so naturally, I got this game on the PS5 along with some other games like Rainbow Six Siege. And what happened was on my PS4, I started the download and then I paused the download because I wasn't sure that I really wanted to download them because it would take up part of my broadband. You know, it would eat into my data cap, and I need to save some of that data cap for MLB The Show. So what ended up happening was I fell asleep and the PS4 went into rest mode, and when it went into rest mode, it resumed downloading Madden and Rainbow Six on my PS4 Pro. So that took a chunk out of my data cap. But I figured, well, since those are downloaded, I might as well go ahead and take a look for comparison's sake. And I have to say that with the naked eye, you know, I don't have the side-by-side, all that digital foundry shit, but I can still see the difference with the naked eye between the PS4 Pro version and the PS5. I can see a difference, but I think it still looks good on the PS4 Pro. That being said, I think if you've got a PS4 Pro and you don't have a PS5 and you like dying to know what it looks like on the PS5, I can understand that. I can see where you're coming from. But now that I've seen what it looks like on the PS5, it looks amazing on the PS5, but the PS4 Pro still looks good enough that if I roll out of bed and I want to get a quick game in, I can just as easy jump on the PS4 Pro rather than go out into the living room on the PS5. So I'm good with it.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from Ford Field. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
A terrific athlete, started at wide receiver before becoming the starting quarterback at Texas A&M, and also took his studies pretty seriously as well. He was a biology major at Texas A&M, planned to become an orthopedic surgeon, but being the 8th pick in the NFL draft, that paid just a little bit better.
On first down, Tannehill, and incomplete to open things up. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and now it's second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down. And
they've got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans.
True Virgil, you said Madden is the 21 is the same game as 2019. Actually, I heard that, and I've even seen videos where this is Madden 21. Hold on, let me pause this for a second. I've seen videos where people show that this is Madden 21, but when you look into the Raptors of the stadium, it still says Madden 2019. So that being said, I know that this, Madden 21 is basically a copy and paste from 2019, other than the roster updates. I do understand that, but one thing to keep in mind, for at least from my standpoint, is I caught the game on sale on that, I think on that PlayStation Spring sale. I caught it on sale for $23 for the PS5 version. So I was willing to pay the $23 to see those next gen graphics, and and I'm good with it. And then this version of the PS4, this version I'm playing on the PS4 Pro, came along with it free. So I thought I was going to have to pay for it twice if I would have wanted to play it on the PS4 Pro, but I went through my library and it was there. It just said download. So me downloading this to my PS4 Pro is kind of an accident, because I put it on pause because I wasn't sure I wanted to go through with the download, because I'm trying to keep an eye on my data cap. And I fell asleep. The PlayStation went into rest mode, and when it went into rest mode, it resumed downloading. So when I woke up, it was here. So that being said, to get the PS4 Pro version and the PS5 version for $23, even if it's a copy and paste game, I'll live with that. And the other thing to keep in mind is that I haven't played Madden in about 6 years.
Often former wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
These graphics ain't bad. These graphics are pretty good. But you can, with the naked eye, you can still see the difference. I mean,
he'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
I don't know. This shit feels like it's 30 frames per second.
Georgia Bulldogs set to pilot the offense of the Detroit Lions.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys.
It could be 60, but it feels like it's...
to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw.
Oh, God.
It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Damn.
And this defense looking like they have come
First
to
pass
play
of the game, pick
just
six.
like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski.
The coach taking a piece of that offensive coordinator. I think it's 60. All sports games are, except the switch. I do believe it's 60. It just didn't look like it. But on the PS5, that boy looks so smooth.
The point after try for Gostkowski.
You know,
it's good, and they have jumped out here to
I see a tad bit of aliasing on the field.
Creating some points, not only getting
you know, when you the overhead camera from scrimmage, I see a slight bit of aliasing. But something to consider is, you know, that the TV in my bedroom is nowhere near as good as the TV in my living room.
Following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Man, I regret selling my PS5. I need that 60.
Back onto the field come the
I mean,
Lions for their
again, I think it is. I think you're right. I think it is 60 frames per second, but it just the game just moves faster.
Right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
I'm saying on all games. Oh yeah. I get, why? Why did you sell it?
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And they see right through that defense.
Why'd you sell your PS5?
As he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Oh, you made $2 grand? Okay.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could
Oh, you know what? I bet you
It's
I know another
zone
reason why
defense. It
this
looks
game
like
is
it's
moving
open for
faster.
possibilities,
I
but they
think
did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the
What's up, Trent?
conversion. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions
Yeah, I
have a
definitely
first
see
down.
the difference with the naked
So he
eye
turned to a trusted,
between this and the
familiar face in
PS5.
that 3rd down situation, it paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
These sports games
From the
amaze me.
36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Catches
Now, one thing that I
back,
find
gets
is a
to
slap in the
tight end.
face is that Madden and NBA 2K21, they didn't
Brandon,
get
perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion.
they didn't get the
right back
next
to
gen
the
patch.
offense. They gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Stafford on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to
I always
get off the
wondered
field when
about
you can,
announcers. Do
especially
they
on 3rd down and 3rd down
announcers do the
defense.
play-by-play?
Gonna be vital in
Oh,
this
you said
game.
you always
It will
wonder how the
knock that
announcers
one
do the
away
play-by-play?
and force a 4th down.
On 4th down,
I think they just
Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep, Khalif Raymond.
I think they just add bits year by year.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Like when I used to play NFL 2K, I had noticed that like a lot of the same sound bites were there, and then they would just add more sound bites year after year. You know, I don't think they tear the whole thing and just start all over each year.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Damn, he got 3 off that shit?
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's incomplete.
That could have been a pick.
He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time.
That would have been huge.
Third down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Third down and 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Damn.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, Smith.
Stop him.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Damn, though, one man sold his PS5, he got $2 grand. That's tough to argue with.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play,
now,
that's exactly what they talked about.
We've watched this for 3 generations with the Xbox 360, the PS3, PS4. I ain't gonna say the Xbox One because I don't think that was worth shit to anybody like that. In the PS5, we've watched these things get put up on eBay for astronomical prices, and I could have been a part of that.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
I bought my Xbox 360 the next morning after it released. I pre-ordered my PS4 and got that at midnight on release. And although I'm late to the party getting the PS5, they're still hard to get. They're still high in demand. So, and I was watching the eBay thing, and my PS2 was $800. Damn. Your situation with PS2 costing $800, I think part of that has to do with Sony.
Out of the gun, Tannehill got his man complete over
to this very day, I still think that, you know, supposedly some, like what I was hearing back then was there's some chips in a warehouse caught fire that they used to make the PS2. I still think to this very day it was fabricated by Sony to create a false shortage and drive up demand of the PS2.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a
you know, I could be wrong, but I was upset because I'm like, you know, I was thinking when the PS2 came out, it's gonna sell.
Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 30.
Can you see a difference between PS4 Pro and PS5 VR? Not really, because Trent, not really, because the thing about the PS4, when you play PSVR on, I'm in Canada, so we got less units. Okay, gotcha. As far as the difference between PS4 Pro and PS5 in VR, I tried Firewall, and supposedly the game has more pixel density. I didn't see it. I really didn't. Honestly, I couldn't see a difference with the naked eye. So I put my PSVR back on my PS4 Pro because it's here in the bedroom.
Now they try the right side here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the
so now these flag games, like this game for instance, I can definitely with the naked eye, I can, like after what I saw yesterday when I was playing Madden on the PS5, there is definitely a difference. But I'll tell you, PC still, if they were willing to give it the PC patch, PC would still look better. And I've already tested that theory. I've already looked at Rainbow Six, because Rainbow Six got the next gen patch on both consoles and PC. And I saw the difference across the board because I have an Xbox One S, a PS4 Pro, PS5, and PC.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Over the middle, complete.
Apparently the Pro and PS5 are the same when it comes to VR. Yeah, because what's going on is the PS5 it basically reverts back to a PS4 when you're playing PSVR. It's basically backwards compatibility, so to speak. Because of that, you're not going to see a difference. You're not going to see a difference in the VR game until PSVR 2 comes out and they start specifically making games for PSVR 2.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. He finds Humphries. And he goes out of bounds.
Damn.
It looks like right at the 50. That good for 6.
So yeah, firewall. I didn't see a difference with the naked eye, even though it supposedly got more pixel density. I think the only
a good quarterback like he is to not play too much.
I think the only difference playing firewall on the PS5 is I think the game might have loaded faster because of the SSD.
And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Derrick Henry.
So the PSVR 2 will have a breakout box that improves graphics? I don't think so, because it's been rumored for quite a while that the PS5 was going to have the VR technology baked into it.
Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside.
That was one of the huge complaints about the current PSVR was that breakout box.
In the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
But I assumed that, like, I'm chalking that up as that Sony did what they had to do.
So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They keep us guessing, huh?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Smith catches left side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It's funny because I would have bought the PS5 last year.
Again, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Originally, my first priority was to try to get a RTX 3080 for my PC.
Great impressive drive going
but
here.
truthfully, those are even harder to get than the PS5.
You continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now. But you make your own defense
but now,
happy. They're able to get a little more rest.
I'm just going to wait for PSVR 2.
Downfield.
That originally that was my plan, to tell you the truth, was to wait for PSVR 2, like maybe wait until the fall to buy the PS5. But I had said that, you know, because of how hard the PS5 is to get, I just said, okay, the minute the opportunity presents itself, I'll jump on it. So.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studio.
Oh, God.
Humphries, touchdown, Tennessee. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And it is now 21-0. So that amazingly a 17-play drive.
I think the crowd on the PS5, I think the crowd looks more alive too.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. make it to the 25.
On the return. The Lions take over first.
I mean, this game, I'm gonna have to go back and try. I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at the PS5 version of this game because
3 scores, a 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up.
even if this is 60 frames per second, it's moving fast enough that it looks like it's 30 frames per second.
For a big shot downfield.
On the PS5, the player animations look more fluid and look more realistic.
You have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this will be
Oh, he don't want to catch the ball.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's
Damn, they stayed on Hockenson. When I was playing yesterday, Hockenson was getting open. He was cooking their asses.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going.
Yeah, I think the pro has to work harder when streaming.
Bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
I would agree with that.
On 1st down at Stafford. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford.
Oh, shit.
Stafford puts it on the ground. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
3rd and 17.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
It's funny how far games have come. True.
From the gun, here's Swift. Across the 30 to the 31.
No running game whatsoever.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the PS5 version of this shit because, like I said, this game is moving so fast that it looks like it's 30 frames per second. The characters still look video gamey, whereas the way they move. Whereas the PS5, the characters they move so fluid.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Yeah, after this game is over, I'm definitely going to go jump over to the PS5 and have a look at that again. I'm not going to stream it because my son's outside.
He can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense.
Oh, have you played the new GoldenEye remake? I've never played any GoldenEye.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Trey Flowers showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
No, I've never really been a first some things to consider, Trent, is that I'll be 54 years old next month. And I would say between the ages of 19 and 27, I wasn't playing video games because I was out chasing women.
Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill for left side complete. It's Smith. Touchdown.
Oh my God.
Smith.
So yeah, like
first half, and the Titans are going to add on.
I would probably say before I kind of got out in the streets and started chasing women and shit like that, the last video game systems that I was starting to put a lot of time into, I put a lot of time into the original Nintendo Entertainment System,
Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right
when I was out in the streets, I was kind of dabbling a little bit on the Sega Genesis. You know, come home, play a little bit of Sega, but spent most of the time out in the streets. But then when I came back to playing video games and being serious about it, that's when the Sega Dreamcast was coming out.
28-0 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
So again, from the ages of 19 to maybe 27, I missed out on a lot as far as video games goes.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
Yeah, not only that, it took a split second. It took a split second for him to make that move. When I threw that juke move, it took like a millisecond for him to respond to it.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys
ain't like
out
yesterday.
in front.
Yesterday, I had
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
I had Matthew Stafford looking all world yesterday on the PS5.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. To return, here's Agnew. And he brings us out past the 24.
I think the power of the PS5, that's where it shines, because I think the more frames per second or the more power of the PS5 allows for more player animations that look more fluid and more realistic.
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained. Maybe calm
this is in VR. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Alabama Jones
Right now you're down big, you're being shut out.
Now that I got a PS5, well, I'm on my PS4 Pro right now. But now that I got a PS5, yeah, I dabble back into some flat screen games every now and then.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw. A slant to Jones. And he's brought down.
Don't get me wrong, PSVR, I mean, VR is still my first love,
but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones.
You can download GoldenEye Xbox Live. I don't even really mess.
Maybe a frustration.
I had to turn that trigger thing off to play Madden. Actually, you know what? I got used to that on the PS5, to tell you the truth, Alabama Jones. And playing it on the PS4 Pro, like that trigger feels so damn soft and loose to me now.
After roughing the passer.
Oh, you said it's on PC? Okay, all right, we'll take a look at it.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a
said
first
Xbox
down.
Pulled out last minute. Okay.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Oh, I didn't know that was a damn option play.
They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Play 3 of the drive now.
I'm just fishing through plays, just trying something.
After those 2 first down gains. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal.
No more Stafford. Hopefully Goff can get y'all to the playoffs in a year or two. It wasn't Stafford's fault.
They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Right side, it's the tight end.
To me, it's ownership's fault. The Lions have a history of losing because of the owner. He was a cheap bastard and and didn't want to build a team. He was more interested in keeping the stadium full rather than getting them to the Super Bowl.
From the gun, Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try
I personally think Stafford is a good quarterback.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Truth be told, now look,
Drag
I'm telling you, honestly, I don't think Matthew Stafford wanted to go to the Detroit Lions. The year that Matthew Stafford got drafted by the Detroit Lions, Sam Bradford was going to be the #1 pick. But he didn't want to get drafted by the Lions, so he stayed in school one more year. So that made Matthew Stafford the #1 pick. And so Matthew Stafford knew, in my opinion, he knew he was going to a losing team.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. This is caught, and he's going to have just.
He knew he was going to a losing team, but oh my God.
Umpire threw the flag. Usually always indicates holding, and that's what we get.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's
Here, let me try to score, and then I'll elaborate.
Making sure no one's holding.
From the gun, Stafford. And it's caught. It will get into
Finally, I didn't want to get shut out.
Touchdown, Detroit. From 13-yard out. And the Lions are able
I honestly think that Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Jared Goff.
They've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back.
And I'm not even sure the Lions plan on keeping him. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions trade him away and then just draft another quarterback.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
They don't want to pay anybody. And a lot of free agents did not want to come play for the Lions because the Lions was like offering them way below their market value. Case in point, remember when the NFL granted the players their free agency, not the NFL, but the courts. They took the NFL to court to become free agents after 4 years instead of 6 years. So when they won that case against the NFL, the biggest NFL free agent at that time was Reggie White. And you remember that he was shopping himself around, going to other teams, and it was almost like $10 million was like the starting bid. And then the Saints offered like $12 million. This team offered, $14 million. This team offered $16 million. So by the time the highest bid was at like $16 million for Reggie White, he came to the Lions. He visited the Lions for an interview. And even though the highest bid was 16, hold on, let me pause this.
Usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
Let me pause this for a second. So even though the highest bid for Reggie White was $16 million, he came to the Detroit Lions and they offered him 12. Are you kidding? You one of the worst teams in the league. You have a history of losing. Other than Barry Sanders and Herman Moore, there wasn't any really standout players on that team, and you offering somebody like Reggie White $12 million to come and play when he can go somewhere else and get 16, and he ended up going to Green Bay for $17 million. That was the history of the Lions. They had a reputation for not paying nobody. The person for that, the person responsible for that was the general manager at the time, Chuck Smith. They called him a bean counter. So all the stars, when you look back at the Detroit Lions, all the superstars that the Lions have had in the last 30 years came from the draft and not free agency, because the Lions didn't want to pay nobody for free agency. So they would draft people, they would draft their superstars, and then their superstars, a lot of their superstars, their careers would get cut short in Detroit because of injuries, like Billy Sims.
It's been a big highlight day for him. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete.
In Canada, players make nothing. But for some players, the Canadian Football League is a gateway back into the NFL.
Doing exactly what he needs to do.
A la Warren Moon and Doug Flutie.
Made sure he secured the catch. And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
You go to the Canadian Football League and make a splash, you can, you know, you can make it back to the NFL.
Now Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right.
I think this is going to end up being against the Titans.
Offense.
Yeah, back them up.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Tannehill. And under the Lions' pressure,
when I was a kid, the kicker for the British Columbian Lions was a house builder in my city. Damn. Alabama Jones, NFL need to talk with the CFL or the XFL when it comes back. They need to use the system like a farm system. I can agree with that to an extent, Alabama Jones, because in football, all it takes is one shot to the knee and your career is over. You know, you spend, because this ain't like baseball where you can spend 7, 8 years in a farm system before you finally get called up.
Another try after the first down.
In football, if you spend about 8 years in, you spend about 4 years in a farm system, that running back is going to be beat the fuck up. He can't come to the NFL after taking 4 years of pounding in a farm system.
But you and I both know.
I mean, hell, even when they go through college, a lot of them players end up taking a lot of punishment by the time they get to the NFL. A lot of these college players, the NFL is already concerned about their knees and shit like that.
To throw is Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got
he said, well, the CFL don't want the NFL taking all our good players. I guess the NCAA is the NFL farm system for the most part because of Maurice Claret that the NFL implemented a rule where you got to stay in college at least 2 years to come out. Because Maurice Claret tried to come out after being a freshman in Ohio State, and I think he ended up having to try to go to court for his right to try to go to the NFL. It didn't work out, and you see what kind of trouble he got into, going to jail for bank robbery and all kinds of other dumb shit.
Agnew now to return. The 39-yard.
Yeah, the response time. I don't know if it's because of. I don't know if it's because of.
Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
I don't know if streaming is stressing out the PS4 Pro, but the response time between me giving a command and me actually seeing it on the screen is like a millisecond. So yeah, I think this might be my last time playing Madden on the PS4 Pro. I might only fuck with it on PS5.
Stafford and the Lions now
looks better, runs smoother, and the response time is better.
33-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On second down, Swift. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with third.
You play MLB? Like, I love MLB The Show, but I haven't played it in a couple of years because of how much I love VR.
Then you're able to
but the PS5, because of the PS5, I'm going to buy it this year.
Back in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Oh, I remember seeing shit like that as a Detroit Lions fan. This late in the game, they down this late. And
Stafford on first down. And Jones has it.
This probably going to come back.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Damn, they killing me. These penalties is coming at the worst times.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Yeah, the power of the PS5 is evident. When I played yesterday,
and this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch.
If you want to see the smoother, animations and shit like that, go back and check out my stream from yesterday.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, it's caught outright Amendola. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, this game was decided.
Yeah, they covering that. They covering Hawkinson. Yesterday, Hawkinson was cooking them.
Passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So it looked like I'm going to have to go with Amendola because they all over Hawkinson.
As they come up now 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola.
Seen this shit way too late. Found my mismatch way too late.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Stafford looks to throw again. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
But Tennessee could be backing up, though, because they know I got to work my way down the field, so I ain't going to give myself that much credit.
You can get some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stafford going to lead with Swift on the draw. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And he gets it inside.
Way to hang on to it.
The 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Oh, good D, good D, good D. I tried to thread the needle.
Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. But now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing again is Stafford. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Danny Amendola.
He was a good pickup, even though it didn't work out for the Lions. He was still a good pickup. Lions actually had a talented receiver core. Kenny Galladay, he's a playmaker. Marvin Jones, he was a playmaker, but I think he kind of been hampered by injuries the last couple of years. And then to add somebody like Amendola who moved the chains.
1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like...
And then Hawkinson is a reliable tight end, so the Lions definitely had the receivers.
How does the kickoff unit?
But the truth of the matter is, one of the reasons why I stopped watching the NFL this year is because they was flip-flopping. You know, one year they want to blast people for taking the knee to stay, for taking a stand against the police brutality and shit like that. And now all of a sudden they want to flip the script and throw all this Black Lives Matter stuff in there. You know, keep that politics shit out of the game.
The obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to flash together a good drive right here and now.
Defensively, got to be feeling confident.
You know, because now the next big trend will be as soon as somebody says something and hurts somebody's feeling, you know, then, you know, cancel culture is going to be the next narrative, you know, in the NFL, you know. So I think they need to stop bringing cultural shit into the game.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You said they do it up here too?
12 yards there.
You know why I think they do it up in Canada, Trent? I think because I think America is a microcosm of the rest of the world. I feel like a lot of, you know, when America was like one of the most, when America was seen as like the land of opportunity and shit like that, I think a lot of countries was modeling themselves after America. So whatever America was doing, I felt like a lot of countries was following suit. I could be wrong, but I think, you know, the cancel culture, feminism, Black Lives Matter, all that shit is prominent in America. So I think, you know, a lot of countries who practice that shit, I think they, you know, kind of followed America's lead.
We're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, it's Henry, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
With his size, he's a tough man.
Yeah, I'm definitely going back to the PS5 after this game
and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Let me put it this way, even though I think this game is supposed to be 60 frames per second across the board, no matter what system you're playing it on, the player animations to me on this version of the game, the player animations look like they moving at 30 frames per second, whereas the player animations on the PS5 look like they were 60 frames per second. The player animations was just so smooth and so realistic on the PS5.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something. That being said,
I think anybody who's they put me against you so we don't see the truth. Yeah. I don't get in, like, you know, they talk about the red pill and the blue pill on so many different levels and stuff like that. So I'm red pill in terms of seeing somebody's master plan, you know, to split everybody up. So what I was going to say is, what do I got for passing yards? Damn, yesterday when I played on the PS5, Matthew Stafford had almost 400 yards passing.
With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.
But I think, in all honesty, I think yesterday I was playing on Pro, and I think here on the PS4 Pro, I think I was playing on All Pro. And that's probably why I had a tougher time. And not only that, I was using a tougher team. So after this stream is over, I'm headed right over to the PS5 and do another comparison. But I'm not going to stream the PS5 version. I'm not going to give you guys an overdose of Madden. What we got here? So that being said, I'm boogie on out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. And this particular game, like Alvo and Firewall and stuff like that, I'll continue to keep my PlayStation VR connected to the PS4 Pro. But this game right here in particular, I will be playing it on the PS5. I don't think I will be playing this on the PS4 anymore. It wasn't bad, but the pace of the game, it was faster. Do you edit videos? Only enough to do what I need to do. I'm not a pro at it, because video editing takes a long time. I mean, when I first came on to YouTube, it was taking me like 4 hours to make a 15-minute video, and it was just taking up too much of my time. So it was just quicker and easier to go live and fly by the seat of my pants. But coming back to this, I don't see myself streaming this from the PS4 anymore. Because like I said, even if this game, even if it's supposedly 60 frames per second, the way everything moved, it looked like it was 30 frames per second. There was a hesitation in response. You know, when I gave the controller a command, there was like a split-second delay. He said, put them side by side to see. I mean, yeah, I could do that. I could download both the PS5, but the thing about it is, this is outputting in 720p, and I think the stream that I did on the PS5, I think it might have been outputting in 1080p. So it's, you know, all that compressed video and shit like that, it's gonna be kind of hard to see the difference, in my opinion, unless you got some heavy duty equipment. So I think at this point, all you guys can really do is take my word for it, because I can see the difference with the naked eye. If it was a situation where I couldn't see the difference with the naked eye, then I would go to somebody else's video for reference. But if I can see the difference with the naked eye, I'll tell you what I see. Yeah, it's working harder because it's streaming. So yeah, there was definitely a hesitation in the controllers, and the response on the PS5, you know, when I gave a command in the controller, the response on the PS5 was instant, even if I was streaming. So sorry, fellas. I'm not going to delete this from my PS4, or maybe I will when I get MLB The Show. Either that, or I'll connect an external hard drive and move it to the external. That's probably what I'll end up doing, because I got an external laying around. I'll just connect that and move it over to the external. But be on the lookout, though. I will definitely be, you know, doing a comparison of MLB The Show, PS4 versus PS5. And I think if what I saw with the naked eye between the PS4 Pro and the PS5, if that's any indication, then I think it's going to be a noticeable difference playing MLB The Show on the PS5. Said I noticed the slowdown while I play Warzone. Okay, well, I've only dabbled with Warzone. The file's too big, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'd like, it's one of those things where I only mess with it for a few minutes. I don't put any significant amount of time into Warzone. So, all right, folks, I'm gonna get on out of here, and the next time I go live, I'll tell you guys. I'll give a little bit more of a breakdown of what I noticed between the PS4 version and the PS5 version of Madden. So, all right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Really appreciate it. Got my ass handed to me, but oh well. We'll catch you guys later. You guys know the line. Wakanda forever, long live the king, and deuces.